Yes, I should play as Iraq and invade the United States. They'll never, they'll never
Beautiful,
see it.
beautiful irony.
They'll never see it coming.
And I should play as Luxembourg and invade Germany.
And win.
Oh god.
So what countries do you feel like playing?
I don't know. Let me get rid of that so I'm not looking at that. Other countries. Let's select a country. Let's browse around.
Yeah, dude. There's a bunch. By the way, if you ever play as a Chinese warlord faction, I recommend playing as the Gongzhe clique because they have all the natural resources in China. So they can actually manufacture stuff.
So I can invade China.
I would say, as the Gongzhe clique, I took over China, arrested Chiang Kai-shek, defeated the Japanese, and then defeated all the other warlords, and currently I'm demanding Mongolia joins me or dies. in my current playthrough and single player.
One of these days I will play as Ethiopia and somehow win.
Dude, I've been trying. I think the only way to win is Ethiopia. Oh, okay, you clicked on Ethiopia, alright. Say, I was like, why is it not allowing me to select it? It's the only way to win as Ethiopia is to have someone like the Soviet Union is a player who then sends you, like, the Soviet Foreign Legion to help kick the shit out of the Italians.
It's probably the only way.
Yeah. I think Japan is also one of the few countries that can straight off the bat send a bunch of people to help the Ethiopians out, which is weird. I know that countries that are democratic, like, can only, like, declare war if it's 100% world tension. It makes no sense.
We could probably go a Canadian-Mexico alliance and invade and split the United States between us.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not a terrible idea. Dude, the United States actually starts off in really piss-poor shape in this game.
But we would have to, like, first go through, like, massive political changes and civil wars to change our nations to either communist or fascist so that we could declare war. Canada would have to break its shackles from the British Empire.
I believe you can do that. I know is British Raj, aka India, you can throw off the British rule really early in this game. I've seen it done by like 1938.
Wow.
Right? It's like, man, those guys are like 30 years ahead of the game.
I love alternate history.
Yeah. Dude, I love playing as the weird countries in this game.
You know what? Now that I said it before, I'm starting to be inspired by it. I think we should go a Canadian, Mexico, North American alliance and take down the empire that is the United States.
Ah, yes. Let's see. Okay, so Dominion of Canada starts with Great Depression. Conscript crisis among French Canadians, negative 30% recruitable population. Holy shit. Here we go. I'll play Guatemala. Talk about playing countries that don't matter. Panama, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, El Salvador. Let's play as El Salvador.
El Salvador! One of my other campaigns, like Argentina and Peru, formed the South American Alliance and was in a giant war trying to conquer South America.
That's beautiful.
America, of course, intervened and like was sending troops through Panama into Colombia while I was aiding Peru in conquering Ecuador.
Oh my god, that's so beautiful.
Italy formed its own alliance and Venezuela joined Italy.
I've seen that happen in one of my games too. It's like It's like the Roman Union, and then it's like, wait, Venezuela, Colombia. What are you two doing?
But then Portugal asked to join my faction.
Yeah.
It's like I was like, Portugal. It's the South American League.
Right. Oh yeah, we could play as Cuba. That's a good idea. We'll make sure communism never rises here. Another really fun one to play as is Liberia.
Really?
Yeah, play as Liberia. That one's hilarious.
Oh, what's one I always wanted to try? I remember once playing as Iraq, and that one didn't go very far. United Kingdom didn't seem to like the idea of fascism popping up in Iraq.
No. I played as Yemen one time and took over all of Saudi Arabia.
Yemen?
Yeah, as Yemen, I took over Saudi Arabia.
Damn it! I was having a hard time as Iraq trying to take over Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I conquered the entire Middle East as Turkey in one game. I took over Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Yemen, and a big chunk of like the British-controlled Egypt and Sinai area.
I'm feeling very. You know what? The temptation's too strong. I'm going to go Mexico.
Okay, well, I'll go Dominion of Canada here, and I'll see if we can form our own faction to try and destroy the United States.
Yep, and while we're at war with Mexico, I'll probably start another front south to take over all these other nations.
That's probably what you should do first, is get all their resources.
Yeah!
Well,
Panama will have to remain standing, because if I go knocking down Panama's door, there might be trouble up north.
I'm not sure if Panama is guaranteed to begin with in freedom by the United States.
Oh, we're gonna find out today. I should probably brush up on my Spanish. I don't know any Spanish other than sí and no.
Bueno is good.
Bueno. Okay, so when people have been doing the meme of no bueno, that means no good. We're learning.
Yep. So
Hooked
no
on
bueno.
phonics and go eat a dick.
Dos cerveza, por favor, is 2 more beers, please.
Looking right off the bat, my military is looking very pitiful. There's no one on my border. There's no one on. How am I going to stop all the Americans sneaking across the border if I don't have troops there?
Yeah, dude, you should build a wall so the Americans don't sneak into Mexico.
You're right! Where's my construction? I need to start building land ports all across the border. Now what should... Oh god, I got the bland vanilla tree. Okay. Alright. Industrial effort. I'll start with that so my guys can... So my people will start working.
Yes.
I don't know what accent I was going for with that.
You need to make more jobs for your people.
My people will have the jobs. I will put Mexico back to work.
You will. It will be the best work.
I don't know what accent I'm going for. I can't tell if it's offensive, but to who?
I'm just going to say yes.
So I got 4 of those going, and then after all those are made, then comes the wall.
Yeah, boy.
Oh my god, it's so big! Okay, the entire Mexico-United States border would have a wall.
I was about to say, Yeah, totally build fortresses along every tile, like level 4 fortresses across the whole borderline.
Oh my god, because then I'll have to like train some National Guard to always maintain these positions.
Yep.
Then
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna have to build up quite a national defense if I'm gonna have an offensive line going south to defend my ass.
Right.
But it's needed because my people need to feel safe.
From American influence.
Yes.
You can't forget that part.
From the Americano influence. See.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh my God. What have we done here, people? What have we done?
See. You know, I think eventually when we do go to war with Mexico, go to war with the United States, I should focus on taking Texas back.
Yeah, man. Go straight for like Texas and the Four Corners region, and then like Nevada and California. You know, just blah. Get all that back. Maybe get some of that Florida in there. Take that one back for the new, Mexican Empire.
New Mexican Empire. I like the ring of that. Aaron, we will liberate you.
Oh God.
Well, the world is so peaceful.
Except for Ethiopia.
Fuck Ethiopia. They made the decision to be the last freestanding country there.
Look at that. Ethiopia is actually gaining the upper hand.
Yeah, Ethiopia. If I recall anything from those conflicts, is that Italy doesn't have enough troops along that border where some Ethiopian troops can sneak in a little flanking.
Yeah.
Wait a second, are they even gaining ground in the north?
No, it takes a little while because the hills are really hard to attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Folks at home, technically, historically, you are looking at what is technically, I'm throwing that word around a lot, technically the start of World War II. Because remember, when you say World War II, it doesn't just mean France and Russia were places that everything was focused around. It was the world.
The world at war.
World at war, even.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, too...
Except Switzerland. Because fuck those guys.
Right? But as I was going to say, if you actually really get down to the brass tacks, World War II started sometime in the 1920s in China, and people just like to forget about it because it was China.
It was always seen as one of those, well, the warlords are like just fighting each other again, who cares?
Well, and the Japanese moving through and puppeting places like Manchuria and crushing, local Chinese warlords.
Well, it was still a nice little break from World War I.
Yeah. For
a few years. Oh God, what's going on? Hold on, I got decisions to make. That's just basically promises of peace.
Yeah.
But don't you see, my Mexican people? What's Spanish for people?
People.
Don't you see, my Mexican people? To truly obtain peace, we must prepare for war.
Oh my God.
I don't know what accent I'm going for.
I don't know what you're going for either. It's quite hilarious. I want to get out of this whole civilian economy BS. I want to go straight to partial mobilization.
Oh, my industrial effort. Oh, so many things are popping off.
Yeah, same here.
The remilitarization of the Rhineland. Why is that worrying? That's just Germany walking around its own backyard.
Okay, the real question is here. Are you going to go with a fascist ideology?
Yes, I was going to go. I was going to go Nazi. Let's just call it, not beat around the bush.
Okay, well then, I will form the Swastika Club as Canada.
Oh, the Spanish Civil War is just kicked off.
Oh my god, you know what's really awesome? Is apparently for the Canadians, their focus tree, after I go down to the blue shirts, support a synarchist Baja, which grants Mexico the national spirit of synarchist support surge, which gives you extra fascism.
You know what? Before I do any more construction effort, then I'll probably go start leaning my guys towards the fascist route. No, wait, that's right. I have to first get political effort.
So after I do the synarchist Baja thing, I can do Skewer the Eagle, which will allow me to create a faction, and then we can create our own North American Union.
I love it.
Yep. That's what's going to happen. We're going to create the North American Union, and we're going to take down a superpower.
Yes! I love history!
This is so dumb. Give refuge to German scientists. Faster research time? No, I'll spend my political PowerPoints on new advisors and stuff.
That's what I just did. I just got my fascist advisor, so I can already start slowly becoming the who are they in this one? The Union Nacional. Oh my god, Sinequista.
Nice. Yeah, I have to wait until I get the Swastika Club researched. So I'm going to put old R.B. Bennett into power there because political power gain 15%.
Oh, Ethiopia is not looking well.
Oh, yeah, let's... Ooh. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, goodness. Oh. Ooh, they're getting spanked. That's just... Oh.
They should have taken those Russian and Japanese volunteers.
The Russians and the Japanese should have sent volunteers.
If you had told me
Now...
when I got this game that I would have a lot of fun just watching a screen, a blank, just a screen, a fucking map, I would have punched you in the nose.
Yeah, it is kind of weird how this game is super fun, but literally nothing happens. It's really good to play and relax to, honestly. Because you can slow down the time so that things don't happen at breakneck speed. And you can just kind of...
There goes Ethiopia.
Yeah, bye Ethiopia. I barely knew ye.
I was just gonna say we hardly knew ye.
Dun 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 dun. U.S. influence. In our hearts, we will always be Canadian.
In our hearts, we will always be Mexicano.
Yep. Oh, FDR is trying to influence the politics of my country.
You tell him to go fuck himself. Oh, yes! My political efforts are gaining ground. Now then, we will start going down the road. Becoming fascist. What the hell are we doing?
I don't know.
So when we eventually do go to war with the U.S., yeah, you're gonna have a bit of a two-front war, because you also have to worry about Alaska.
Yeah, that's gonna be a trick right there. So
yeah,
how you prepare for that one is you get units and you cut off Juneau, Alaska as early as possible. And then you defeat the garrison there in Juneau. Because after you surround it, they can't get reinforcements, so they get crushed really quickly. And then you just move a big army across and just kind of start whomping on all the coastal territories of Alaska, because then they won't be able to spawn any new units in Alaska because it'll be cut off, and then you can just kind of leave the rest of it to whatever until you win the war.
I am relying on you, because you're closest, to be reenacting 1812 here.
Oh, yeah, to burn down Washington, D.C.
You're gonna have to go straight through New York, pick me up along the way,
Right?
on the way to the White House.
Bam, there we go. Fascist demagogue is in play now.
You know, I wonder if I can spur my Mexican people to rise up as powerful warriors to beat you to D.C.
Oh my god.
Like, I just do a speech, it's like, we're gonna go to Dallas! We're gonna go to Orlando! And then we are gonna take the White House!
Jesus. I should have streamed this. Like, yes, please.
How much trouble do you think I would get in with YouTube if I just flat out named this video the Mexican Nazis?
I don't know.
I'm not monetized, so
Right?
what are they gonna do?
Ask you to rename it.
Of course, you know what? Good, because that opens up the gates for negotiations. Saying, oh, now you want to talk to me, YouTube.
Right?
I'll tell you what! I'll call back my Mexican Huns.
Mexican. Oh my god. Jesus. Right?
Leadership purges in the Soviet Union.
No.
I had an event where the purges apparently didn't go as planned and sparked a giant civil war.
I've seen that happen.
It's so fun.
My personal favorite is that one happening, and then Trotsky surviving the assassination attempt and going back and, like, taking control of the Soviet Union.
Yes!
It's like, wait, what? How? How did you survive?
Should I get the Prince of Terror?
I don't know.
It's either that or, more stability. But Prince of Terror sounds so cool! So, Ryan, why did you put this individual in your, political cabinet? Because he's the Prince of Terror!
Right? Here we go. Fascism on the rise. Prepare for civil war, ? Or open up political discourse? Open up political discourse.
I remember doing that, going along the peaceful route in Argentina for my rise of fascism there, and it caused the other party to be the one to spark the civil war.
Sometimes that happens, yeah.
Because they were like, well, we'll be damned if we'll let this take over peacefully.
Yep. Man, I'm already 25% National United Party.
You're already 25% Canadian Nazi?
Yeah, I've taken some things to help it boost, so...
Damn, what am I? Like, I'm only 15% Mexican Nazi. United States is 0% not... Oh my god, there's communism in the United States. We have another reason to invade.
Right?
We have to invade the United States to save it from communism. And then you and I can meet up in Washington in the burning streets and say, we did it, Mark! We saved the U.S.!
Right.
Part of me always wanted to get that modern day mod for this game, so I can pick just one of the random countries in Africa and just see how far I can get.
That would actually be kind of funny.
I mean, because part of me would always want to, like, get a good military as one of the African nations, conquer my neighbors, and say it's for the benefit of Africa. I'm uniting all the African nations into the United States of Africa, or the USA.
Yes. I wholeheartedly approve of this.
Am I going to hell?
No. Maybe.
Okay, maybe. You are now 35% fascist.
I know.
There ain't no communism in your country.
Very little. If I put my mouse over it, it's at 0.68%.
You gotta ban that! You gotta ban communism!
Alright.
That's what I'm doing as soon as I get a 100 pp. I'm banning communism. History done right. I'm glad no one watches any videos that I put out, because this would trigger so many people.
But God, is it fucking hysterical?
Oh, what the hell's going off in Japan, over in Japan land?
I don't know.
There's some kind of argument going on between probably them and Russia?
What was the name of the event?
I don't know, but my game is no longer in sync.
Okay, I paused it, and I'm gonna hit resync real quick.
There we go.
Yep. So I paused the game, I'm hitting resync, and we'll wait for that to...
I'm so glad it does this rather than completely
crashing out
like every other multiplayer game.
Yeah, now, the resync issue, I think, is caused by the fact that you don't have the expansion packs.
Okay.
But it's not really that much of a problem. Like, I didn't have them, and my buddy Sumagimi and we played like a 5-hour-long match and got to like 1948. So we just kept resyncing it like every half hour. It was like no problem. There we go.
Alright, so we're back in it. Okay. Insufficient resources. Damn you, America!
Manpower low.
Not my men power.
Oh no, man, the power.
What's with these units on my border from America? What is America planning? You okay?
Yeah, dude, the AI will always move every single one of its armies to its borders at like the very beginning of the game, and I don't know why. It's like the AI thinks it's going to like get invaded right off the bat.
Nah, you know what? I'm just gonna work this into my propaganda speeches and campaign.
Right?
Reasons for the wall. What is America planning? Oh, I have enough PP to ban communism.
Wow, really?
Wow, that's cool.
That was weird. I don't imagine that you're gonna end up in a civil war, just to be real here. What the? Really? Just like that, huh? Huh, game? Okay,
Jesus.
I'm gonna pause it, and I'm going to save the game real quick, and then rehost.
Okay.
Because it's obviously doing something weird. See, Canada, multiplayer.